It's Thursday, the 28th of September 2023. Greetings to our global audience and many thanks for tuning in tonight's newscast. I'm Michael Madimba. Leading tonight's bulletin, President Dr. Hage Geingob says striking a delicate balance between promoting open access to information and safeguarding the integrity of Namibia's digital environment is critical for the country's progress. Geingob, while honoring the International Day for Universal Access to Information on Wednesday under the theme, The Importance of the Online Space for Access to Information, called on all stakeholders, including government agencies, civil society organizations, and the private sector to collaborate in creating an online space that is safe, accessible, and inclusive for all Namibians. He encouraged government institutions to champion transparency by availing information to the public, including the press. The head of state added that Namibians should also promote digital literacy and ensure they can confidently navigate the internet, distinguishing between reliable sources and misinformation. On to a developing story. Social activist Michael Amshelelo, who is currently detained by the police, recently took to social media informing the public he has embarked on a hunger strike to fight for his freedom. Amshelelo expressed disappointment in those he fights for, saying he has come to the realization that his life means nothing to them. Otherwise, they would be in front of prison gates every day demanding for his release. Now, the social activist was arrested in March for allegedly going against a court order disallowing him to protest unemployment back in March on Namibia's Independence Day. Now, Omaruru Town Council Chief Executive Officer Valentina Sindongo says the Omaruru, Karibiba and Usakos Local Authority Councils agreement has huge economic potential for the three towns. Sindongo expressed these sentiments on the sidelines of the amalgamated rotational annual festival in Omaruru. Now, signed in 2022, the tripartite agreement covers wide-ranging areas of collaboration, including communication, economic, social, technical, human resources, as well as local governance. Isabel Bento has been tracking developments at the festival and produced this insert.
So the OCLAC was formed with a main purpose of communication, collaborations in certain key areas. Those are technical, economic, social, financial, human resources, and governance corporations. When we are talking about technical, we are looking at the expertise. What type of expertise that we can draw from each other? Because as you look at our town, we are so dispersed from each other, but at the same time, we can use the expertise which is within the three local authorities so that we can diversify the economy of the town. That is now on the technical. Economics, this is now in terms of resources, in terms of investors who wants to come and operate within Usakos, Karibi, or Maruru. We saw that if you look clearly, sexually it's been very difficult to make sure that the economy of the three towns are at par. Why? Is because each and every town is trying to make sure that his town grows faster. But at the same time, if we were all to pool the resources or to bring in risk appetite investors to say, look, you can set the plant here, but you sleep in Usakos. You can put your warehouse in Usakos, but you sleep in Caribbean. So those are some of the economic activity because we want to see the circular flow of income.
Switching gears. Staggering statistics reveal that close to 24,000 stock theft cases were recorded by the Namibian police between May 2021 and April as of this year. It is against this backdrop that Popular Democratic Movement Member of Parliament, Mike Venani, recently tabled a motion to debate the causal factors of the high crime rate in Namibia and seek urgent interventions. Let's listen into a portion of his contributions.
The police force needs to realize their strategy in combating crime in Namibia. We collectively need to identify some of the root causes of the high crime rate in our country. Honorable members, The causes of crime in Namibia can differ as people commit crime to different reasons. Some causes of the crime are unemployment, poverty, and inequality, just to name a few. However, people that committed crimes such as corruption are motivated by greed and selfish interest. Honorable members, in conclusion, this motion aims to find urgent solution to prevent crime in Namibia. I'm fully aware that fighting crime in Namibia should be multi-sectoral approach where we need to find solution for the high crime rate in Namibia. Honorable members, lastly, I therefore urge the honorable members to greatly contribute to this very important motion so that we collectively ensure the safety of our citizens in the protection of our property. I thank you.
That concludes the top segment for tonight. Up next is the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, your marketplace for all the latest in business and economics. Now, throughout the week, we have been shedding spotlight on happenings on at the CES Industrial and Agricultural Show. Our crew, comprising my producers Lydia Pitiri and Josephine Simeon, bring you this insert.
We've started, our first Windhoek show was about 3 years ago. It wasn't, the first year didn't went very well. Last year we came again and there was definitely, the sales we made was much better. This year is excellent. I think the last year people started to notice us. And we're not doing it to create money. It's more of a social, our corporate social responsibility. It's like giving back to the community. Because if you can look at our fish prices, it's cost price. It's very low. So the company is not making a profit. It is like giving back to the community.
Staying with all things shows and trade fairs. Exhibitors participating in the amalgamated rotational annual festival taking place in Omaruru have welcomed the platform available to them to enable them showcase their products. From Omaruru, Isabel Bento filed this report.
And my business name is Tate's Buzz. Basically, we're just selling food, all variety of food from hot dogs, curry fish, different variety of pies and dunked wings. Well, I have a cousin who currently works here, so he told me about the opportunity and said, well, you can prepare food, so let's go and do something. So that's why I came here. Okay. I think that since we started, we are trying to build a brand of different products or food brands, so we have to travel from place to place to keep up with the ongoing people that are doing other things and to show our brand and our products to other people around Namibia, just not in Grootfontein. We're sitting, always sitting, expecting something to change or something to happen, but nothing ever happens. So we are taking the initiative to make the change ourselves.
Let's now turn our attention to the weather report for tomorrow's forecast with the Econ Roundup thereafter. Sport Planet is your go-to slot for all things sport in action. The ongoing Rugby World Cup shows the segment to life. Namibia's senior rugby team missed the chance for a first victory at the Rugby World Cup due to 3 yellow cards in the second half of the final match against Uruguay in France. The Velveetians lost the match 26-36 last night, despite a great 14-0 start that had them dreaming of ending a record 25-match winless streak at the Rugby World Cup. Namibia took an early lead with barely a minute on the clock, taking advantage of an error pass by Uruguay which Gershwin Mouton intercepted to open the scoring for his team. Tiaan Swanepoel made no mistake from the spot, scoring the easiest of conversions. Namibia lost all 4 of their group matches at the World Cup, with their heaviest defeats at the hands of powerhouses Italy, New Zealand and France. They finished bottom of the group with no points registered, while Uruguay won their 4th ever Rugby World Cup match. I'm sure our boys' dance with this year's World Cup edition will put them in good stead for the next global edition. It's definitely more room for improvement. Moving on to the local sporting scene. Henties Bay and Ocho will this weekend host a number of sporting activities, with the Henties Bay Annual Charity Cup and the inaugural Ocho Constituency Tournament taking place on Saturday and Sunday respectively. Now, the annual Hentis Bay Charity Cup, a football event initiated in 2015 to aid the less fortunate in the Hentis Bay community, will be held at Ormdale Stadium, while the Ocho constituency competition, which comprises of football, netball and volleyball categories, will be held at the Tosha Port Sports Field. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. On that note, we conclude tonight's newscast. Much appreciated for tuning in. Make sure to catch me tomorrow as we wrap up the week. Otherwise, pleasant evening and good night.